thank you so much for doing this interview with me. Harry Potter. What is the phenomena behind Harry Potter, whether it be the movies, whether it be, of course, the characters, whether it be the stories, and as we're going to talk about the music, what is it about Harry Potter that we love in all these aspects?
It is an absolute cultural phenomenon, Harry Potter. I mean, from the books to the movies and the music within the movies, I think it's such a relatable story. Everyone loves to root for the underdog, and Harry Potter is that. So it's a very fanciful story that reaches a lot of generations as well. I think that's another really big, broad appeal. For us with this project, the music is absolutely astounding. It might be something that you may not have even noticed the first couple of times you watched the movie, but underneath this wonderful drama is this incredible film score by John Williams. It shapes the drama. It creates the characters. It's one of the finest pieces of film score I think I can speak about.
Now, you mentioned the name John Williams. For folks who may not know John Williams, I mean, scores, John Williams, Oscars, they all go together.
I think John Williams has more Oscar nominations than any living person, something like 50. It's absolutely massive. So you do know John Williams. Everybody will know his scores. He's done E.T., which we've also promoted here. That was one of my favorites, one of my favorite movies. He's done the first 3 Harry Potters. So we're doing the first Harry Potter now and the second this October. He did Jurassic Park. We're also doing that one here at the Sony Center in December. So John Williams is definitely one of our favorites. And for good reason, I think. He is truly a master at his craft. I think what astounds me most about what John Williams does is how he creates these melodies for each character to, you hear the melody and you know a character is coming in the next scene, or you hear a melody and suddenly you are feeling a little bit more anxious, or you're feeling a little bit more suspenseful and don't know quite why, and it's John Williams, it's that score underneath.
Well, this is the thing I love about this, because we did talk about the fact that the stories, we did talk about the movie phenomenon, but this is the third aspect, the music part, and this is what you're presenting. What exactly is going to be happening here?
So we will be screening the entire film on a 32-foot screen at the front of the Sony Center. So if you've never been to the Sony Center before, it's Canada's largest soft seat theater, so it feels like a movie theater. You are sitting row upon row, not a bad seat in the house, looking straight at this movie screen. And the dialogue remains intact with the film, but all of the music tracks are stripped out and replaced by live orchestra, and in this case, choir as well. So you'll have 100 musicians on stage, all directed by one brilliant conductor who manages to keep it all together perfectly in sync. I can talk to you a little bit about how he does that. It's pretty astounding.
Yeah, I want to get into that too, so please explain about that too, and also because I've never experienced something like this before. What is that like to actually have the orchestra there? It might, to me, I think it's like sitting in a movie theater and you have those like little buzzers and stuff zapping you. It could be like the same way.
Absolutely. You know, I think having the music pulled out and in front of you so you can not only hear it but see it, and it is louder in the mix than you would hear in a movie theater. The orchestra, the music is louder. It's such a visceral experience. It really brings to the fore how much the music impacts your appreciation of the drama of any film. I mean, we've done Gladiator, we've done Godfather here with the Sony Center and Attila Glad's Concert Productions. We have a whole series. So we pick these movies with these really epic film scores where you're gonna feel just a heightened appreciation for the drama because it's live. The best example I can give is when we watched E.T. I was sitting in the audience when we produced E.T. here. I don't think I've ever sobbed quite so ferociously in the company of others. There's something about that collective experience. You laugh a little harder and cry a little weepier, I think. It's an incredible experience to have with friends, have with strangers.
Okay, so now give us a little secret. How does this work? How does the conductor and everybody know when to go in? Because for people who are watching the movies, we just assume it's there and then it's not there. But this is a whole different scenario.
It is. Well, you can really watch how difficult the score is too. That's another enjoyable part of having the live orchestra and choir right there. So here's how it works. the conductor has in front of him a television monitor. So right in front of him, he has his full score. So that's just like any other orchestra conductor with his full score. And just beyond that is a television monitor. And there are these ribbons, these colorful ribbons that correspond to colors on his score, so he can line up perfectly. As the red ribbon crosses, he knows that as it reaches the end of the monitor, he has to hit the downbeat of something epically important. Yeah, it's amazing. And a lot of the conductors use a click track, but the conductor we have for this performance, he's such a pro, he doesn't use that in his ear. He just relies on his knowledge of the film, and he has 2 rehearsals with the full orchestra to get it all together. It's really an incredible process to watch.
This sounds like it's not just a movie experience, and it's not just a music experience. This is an art experience that's happening here right now.
It is, and it's truly the best of both. I think I am a fervent classical music lover myself, and also a movie buff, so it's the perfect combination of both. But I've brought friends to previous performances that we've had here who have never been to a symphony concert, and it's a wonderful entry point into experiencing classical music.
And I was going to say, too, do you realize that there could be one day that somebody in that audience is watching whether this movie that we're going to get a chance, or maybe some in the future or some in the past, and this could influence them getting into the business a certain way? Can you imagine they're out in the Oscars, winning an Oscar for Best Musical Score, and they say, well, I remember going to the Sony Center for the Performing Arts, seeing Harry Potter, and that's what gave me my inspiration.
That would be a dream come true for us, absolutely.
Okay, so let's get the dates again. When is this going to be happening?
It's June 27th, 28th, and 29th. 27th and 28th are almost sold out, so hurry if you want those. We still have some good tickets available for the 29th. And it's at the Sony Center, which is just steps away from Union Station. And tickets are available at sonycenter.ca.
And I understand correctly, one of Canada's favorite movie buffs is going to be involved with this team.
He is, absolutely. We had him here for E.T. as well. Richard Krause is going to be here on the Tuesday and Thursday evenings for a pre-show chat. So you have to make sure, if you want to see Richard Krause, you come here on the Tuesday or the Thursday.
So what days is this going to be happening again?
June 27th, 28th, and 29th here at the Sony Center, 7:30 p.m.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for this interview.
Thanks for having me.